Hey guys, welcome to Frame Chasers. We're going to be doing a video log series of a 3950X build that I'll be doing. It's going to be my new editing rig. The reason being I had an Intel one for the longest time, and Intel was the best in Premiere Pro because of QuickSync for a long time. And just recently, Adobe released a patch where you can do GPU hardware acceleration for CUDA and OpenCL for AMD. And I tested that out with 2070 Super in the Intel system, and my videos render it went from like 45 minutes to like 7 minutes. Like it was insane. So there is no need for me to have an Intel system with QuickSync anymore for Premiere Pro. So, also I just want to try and overclock a 3950X to see how far I can push it, to see if I really want to see if it's better in Warzone or not, because I kind of feel like a 9900K needs like one more core just for that little bit extra for Warzone. I believe a 10900K is going to be the best for Warzone, but I ordered that on Newegg when it was in stock like 4 days ago, and it still says packaging. So I'm sure I'm gonna get it, but they're probably so backlogged on those things that I don't know when I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna do the 3950X first. I'm gonna throw it in the cheapest case that I can find. I'm gonna use the crappiest water cooling I can find. We're just gonna build it. We're just gonna have some fun with this. So, also, I forgot to mention, the main reason I'm doing this for my editing rig is the editing rig also doubles up as me and my wife's streaming / recording rig. And what we had to do before is, between all the webcams that we have, we even have like a kitty cam for our cat while she sleeps. Between the capture cards, the kitty cams, and the webcams, the overlay processing, and having multiple OBS windows up for her stream and my stream, what we had to end up doing was, like, that box is a 9900K, and just running all that crap at the same time took about 20% CPU resources. And that was just enough for me to not be able to use X264 encoding on the CPU for my stream. So then we had to use NVENC on the 2070 Super. So what we had, and the NVENC only allows 3 sessions at once. So then what we had to end up doing was we ran the Intel QuickSync for the recordings of both of our streams. And then we ran the NVENC as the streaming encoding part of our streams. So then we had to use the CPU for the webcams, the QuickSync for the recording of our game footage, and then the NVENC for the streaming, all in the same box, to make sure nothing lagged, to make sure there was no hiccups or skips or anything like that. So I went on Amazon and I looked up the cheapest case that I could find that had 360 millimeter front radiator compatibility, best airflow, and included the most fans in it, so I don't have to go and buy some more fans. So, vis-a-vis, we picked up Corsair 375R airflow. This thing was $80, and that's actually legit hard to believe that it was $80 because it actually includes 3 fans and it's an airflow case. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be magical. It just has to hold a 3950X, and it has to hold a capture card for my stream, and like, you know, a hard drive. Like, we're laughing here. $80, man. Let's unpack this thing, and I don't do case reviews because I don't have the equipment for it. But I mean, there's so many other people out there that do case reviews that they're trustworthy. Like, you don't have to it's like, go to Gamers Nexus and just do what the guy says. He knows exactly what he's doing with cases. There's no need for anyone else to review cases if that guy's doing it, because he's so good at it. But yeah, let's unpack this. Let's see what's up.
Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do.
Alright guys, it's the next morning. I just finished the cable management, and I think we're done here. Let me just give you a quick summary of what's going on here. So, you can kind of see this. Yeah. Here, let me just move this over. Yeah, alright. So, I didn't have an extra reservoir on me. So, that's what this little gizmo is here. It's just a G 1/4 thread T. So you hook up both sides to the loop, and then you hook up the top nipple here. You just have a hose that comes up over here, and then you just fill it. Probably saw that in the speed over. And then as you're doing that, you just tip the case back and forth, get all the air bubbles out. And you don't really need a reservoir if you do that. You're pretty much just making it into an AIO. It just saves space. I don't have this huge cylinder in the middle of my case. This case is a lot smaller than I thought it was. Everything is pretty jam-packed in there. But we got our 360 mil radiator here. I had an extra one. We have an old Corsair AIO radiator that I hacked out when the pump died. So I'm reusing that. Got our block. Got all of our RAM. And yeah, a nice clean little editing rig. There's not much more to say about this. Gonna have my video card in here. Gotta put my SSDs in. And I have two 6 terabyte HDDs, and there's 2 slots in the back, so that's perfect to hold my videos and my Steam library for that matter. And that's about it. That's all I have to say on this build. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna do a separate video on the benchmarks for the 950X. This is such a nice looking case for so cheap. I'm so impressed with this. Like I'm not a Corsair fanboy by any means at all, but when you can provide a case this good for $80, the only as I was building the tower, the cost cutting corners they kind of become apparent as you're building in it. So, like, the rubber grommets are so flimsy that as you're putting the cables through, they always pop out. Whatever. It's an $80 case. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And when I was screwing on the radiator onto the metal, it, like, twisted the metal because it was so flimsy. Whatever. Who cares? I mean, they can make it as flimsy as they want for $80, man. As long as it holds all my stuff, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. So next video, we're going to do benchmarks. And then we're going to do befores and afters. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. There's not much to this video. It was just a little fun little thing that I had to get done.